Well, now that the weekend is pretty much over, let's have a little, as the government like to say, reflection on what has happened. Let's talk about Catherine Connolly, first of all. Elected president, delighted, well done, congratulations for all you left people who tried to jump on her bandwagon. Watch that space. Within 6 months, either the United left will have either walked away from her or she'll have walked away from them. One or the other. Because this, trust me, is no marriage made in heaven. My prediction, within 6 months or less, there's a good chance our new president will have destroyed all diplomatic relationships between Ireland and 4, 5, possibly even 6 different nations, from France, Germany, definitely America, the UK, and I think we're going to realise, even though most of us know already, that maybe this isn't the landslide victory that so many people in this country were all hoping for. Because trust me, I was looking at 1 or 2 interviews over the weekend, and you had a couple of people of the LMNOPs coming on going, this is going to be amazing. The young Irish people are going to be able to move back home in their droves. They're going to be able to afford housing. They're going to be able to afford renting. Everything's going to be fantastic. We're not going to be afford all bollocks. All absolute 100% total and utter bollocks. Nothing is going to change. You're going to realise that you stood for somebody who, trust me, will not stand for you. And it's going to be interesting as to play it out. Move on from that though. Let's look at the spoil vote. What an incredible team that put together the spoiled vote. Who was on the team? Almost 215,000 people. Each and every one just as responsible as the other for the incredible result that we got. And people are going to say, listen, this isn't a good look. Here's what happened. Let's just take a little step back and to see what happened. We all know David and Goliath. What the people did by spoiling their vote is they didn't throw the stone at Goliath. They walked straight up to him and said, come here for a sec. And he bent down and they just went, whoosh, straight across the face. Slapped him straight across the face. And he sauntered back to his gang. And that's what happened to the government. The people of Ireland turned around and just went, we're not afraid of you anymore. Yeah, absolutely. No, we're done with you, with your bullying, with your constant condescending remarks, with you taking us for fucking idiots. Helen McAtee coming out going, the people who spoiled their vote didn't know what to do with their vote. They lacked the intelligence of knowing on how to vote. And you wonder why. You wonder why that result came out the way it did. Now let's put this into context. I don't care what anyone says. 100,000 votes that went to Jim Gavin they are all spoiled votes. So that's nearly 320,000 spoiled votes. The amount of people that have got in contact with me and have said, I should have listened to you. I feel really bad that I didn't get out and vote, but I didn't want to vote for either of those 2 people. And I thought maybe spoiling the vote because the government, the media, they said it was the bad thing to do, possibly illegal and all this kind of stuff, and it's not going to be counted. And oh my God, I listened to them. I should have listened to you. And anyone who's smart in politics, and anyone who's smart, particularly in any of the government parties right now at the moment, will know that that figure of what I'm calling about 320,000 people, double it. Absolutely double it as a minimum. And that's the cohort of people where the frustration lies that have a serious issue with the current government right now at the moment. So you are talking at least 600,000 people that can vote that have lost all faith in the government right now. And the left are going, oh, but now you've got an alternative. Load of bollocks. Not one of us is going to vote for the left. Not one. So when you're kind of singing and dancing and shouting and screaming and going, oh my God, hey, look at our united left front, blah, 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 that won't transfer a single vote to any of you. None of you. Because as I said, in the next 6 months, you're going to expose yourselves for, I mean, I'm looking at Roger O'Gorman and he's trying to jump into the back of the photograph of the group photo. United left with the Green Party. Like, what the hell does the Green Party bring to the United left? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. So have your moment of fun and have your moment of well done and congratulations and championing of the cause. Won't transfer a single vote over to the left. Not a chance. But it's a bigger picture again. It's a bigger picture. So all over social media now at the moment is, what the hell have Ireland done? How could you have done this? How have you turned on yourselves? Blah, blah, blah. From a load of the mainstream media throughout Europe, a huge amount of really heavy hitter, big accounts on Twitter going, what the hell have you done? Trust me, this isn't a good look by any means. And you can celebrate whatever you want here and take your moment of glory. But this, on the bigger scale of things, is not a good look for this country. But it's the government that are now in serious crisis. And what has Spoil the Vote achieved? Well, it appears Fianna Fáil are turning on their leader. Look at the language that both Micheál Martin and Simon Harris have used before the election, when Maria Steen, Nick Delahanty, Gareth Sheridan didn't get on. We're not even going to look at it. There is a democratic way to get on as a presidential candidate. Not our fault if the people didn't adhere to it. That's what they said. When anybody was going, oh, you didn't let me on, I didn't get on. They said, well, tough shit. There's a way to get on. You guys didn't do it. To literally within 2 hours after the results came out, both of them, both Micheál Martin and Simon Harris, have now turned around and gone, you know, we're probably going to have to look at how presidential candidates get nominated. Maybe there's an issue. What, you think? Oh, great, damn, okay, well, we'll forget about what you did. You think that's how it works? It doesn't. Both parties, absolute crisis mode. Earthquakes shattering through the entire nation of our so-called two powerhouses of political parties. Fianna Fáil, here's the issue, right? So if you replace your leader and come out saying the exact same shit, nothing changes. And likewise with Fine Gael. Now, you might argue that neither political party leader is there based on their party. That is the EU saying, we want Simon Harris there, we want Micheál Martin there, and if you don't do this, lads, well, we ain't going to fucking fund you. That's a huge part of it too. But if they keep going the way they're going, there'll be no Fianna Fáil and there'll be no Fine Gael. Because the parties have lost 100% trust, faith of the Irish people. Because they have just labelled us, condescended us. Did you see what they say about you spoil vote people? We're all far right? We're all far right? Let me tell you one thing, Mr. Government. That's where we stand, right? And we've never fucking moved. You just went that way. So just because you took a shitload of steps over there to the left, don't dare call us the far right. We're genuine concerned Irish citizens that don't like the direction this country is going. And no matter what, when all the sand and dust settles over the next couple of days and we have a new president and all that, the overwhelming story that has come out of the presidential election is the number of people who spoil their vote. That's the real talking point. And it would appear some in Fianna Fáil realise that. And they're going to have to act quick if they want to win the people of Ireland over. Get rid of Micheál Martin? Well, you decide. Because if you don't, more and more people are going to turn their backs on you. That's the exact same with Fine Gael. And if you turn around and replace your party leader with another party leader that's going to do the exact same thing, it's going to cost you even more. You have one opportunity to fix this, one opportunity to win the people back. And now you know there's at least 600,000 people that caused that spoil the vote. Whether they actually got up and cast their ballot and spoil their vote, whether they voted for Jim Gavin because they turned around and went, I can't bring it into me to say, spoil the vote. I've never done it before, never done it before in my life, never even contemplated. I hope I never have to do it again. But there's 200,000 that did it. There's 100,000 that voted for Jim Gavin. And there's at least 300,000 people that sat at home and just went, do you know what, fuck that. I actually just couldn't be arsed. That's my way of spoiling my vote. So for all the media and all the government that mocked, jeered, labelled and called anybody who even considered, talked about or even mentioned spoil the vote up until the actual election, for all the names and all the shit that you called us and all the people who said this is going to amount to nothing, it's going to be an absolute pile of shite. I'll keep it clean. You were wrong. Let me know in the comments. Love reading them all the time. It's getting out of control, by the way. I'm finding it hard to keep up, but I still love reading as many as I possibly can. Spoil the vote. That's the talking point after the weekend. And watch what's going to happen going forward with our new president. Not as rosy as they're trying to pretend it's going to be. Have a good one.